Seriously, have you ever wondered why it's so incredibly easy to fall into the downward spiral of toxic habits? The terrifying truth is this: addiction isn't just a failure of willpower. It is, in fact, a direct assault on your brain's internal reward system. At the very heart of this assault lies dopamine. But don't be mistaken, dopamine isn't just a pleasure chemical. It is the chemical of anticipation, the primal fuel that drives us to take action. Under natural conditions, your brain releases dopamine in small, measured drips, like when you finish a task or enjoy a healthy meal. However, when you sink into addictive substances or behaviors, your brain is hit with an overwhelming surge of dopamine. It's no longer a gentle stream, it's a chemical tsunami, a level of stimulation that the human brain was never evolved to endure. To protect itself from this total system overload, your brain is forced to activate a defense mechanism called downregulation. Think of your brain like a speaker. When the volume gets too loud, it automatically lowers its own sensitivity to prevent the hardware from burning out. It effectively shuts down or numbs its own dopamine receptors. And this is where the tragedy truly begins. Life's simplest joys, like watching a sunset or sharing a warm meal with family, suddenly feel gray, hollow, and lifeless. You enter a dangerous state of borrowing happiness from your future self just to pay for a fleeting high in the present. Eventually, the void in your mind grows so deep that you no longer seek the addiction to feel high or happy. You seek it just to fill the emptiness, to keep from crashing, and to feel just normal.
Now, let's look closer at the two primary shortcuts humans take to manipulate their own emotions. First, there are the dopamine spike addicts, substances like cocaine, methamphetamine, and nicotine. They promise a supercharged version of yourself. In mere seconds, the world sharpens, stress vanishes, and you feel an explosion of unearned confidence. But here's the reality. You aren't actually becoming more powerful. You are simply looting energy from your future self. Each hit digs the hole of exhaustion deeper. Very soon, your brain recalibrates to expect these massive floods. Using the substance is no longer about chasing a high, it's about avoiding a catastrophic crash. On the opposite side, we have the comfort-numbing addicts, primarily alcohol and opioids. These don't promise power, they promise salvation. They quiet the screaming noise in your head, melt away anxiety, and wrap you in a heavy, artificial warmth. But the cost of this manufactured peace is devastating. Your brain notices the external help and shuts down its own production of calming chemicals. It forgets how to make peace on its own. So, when the substance wears off, the rebound hits twice as hard. You take another drink or another dose, not for pleasure, but simply to stop the panic that your own brain is now manufacturing. The cycle tightens. The very thing that felt like your rescue has become the only thing standing between you and total psychological collapse.